Welcome to this episode of Beth's Best. Today we are back at Disney's Boardwalk Villas to check out a newly renovated one-bedroom villa. Let's do this.
Your home for Disney room tours, guides, and reviews. Hit subscribe and the bell.
Welcome to room 5089 here on the 5th floor at Disney's Boardwalk Villas. Again, this is a renovated one-bedroom unit. Before we start the tour, I want to give you some information about these villas. So all of the one bedrooms here at Boardwalk are 712 square feet. There are two different view categories here at Boardwalk, which is kind of unique. Actually, there are three, but one of them is kind of lumped together. Let me explain. So there are standard view rooms here, which look out over the porte cochere or the parking lot and some of the grounds. And then they have preferred view category. And the preferred view is split into two separate view types, same number of points, but two types. So there's a garden or pool view, which is the view that we're in now. And then there's also boardwalk view as well. So the standard view one bedrooms here at Boardwalk Villas start at 19 points a night, and the preferred view rooms start at 26 points per night. As I said, this room is 712 square feet roughly. These rooms sleep up to 4 guests because we have a king size bed. We have a drop down Queen Murphy bed in the living room, which I will show you. And if you do have someone under the age of 3, so if you have a toddler or an infant, you can also have them in this room. That is the exception to the 4-person rule. But otherwise, interestingly, this is one of those resorts where the studios actually sleep more people than the one bedrooms do. If you're interested in the studio here at Boardwalk, I will try to remember to link that above and below for your convenience. But yeah, this is going to be a garden or pool view room here at Boardwalk. Let's start the tour. Finally, time to start the tour. Again, this is the one bedroom that we're in right now. So the door is behind me. This is 5089 on the 5th floor at Boardwalk Villas. We've got a nice big closet here on my left. Great hanging space. There's like a vacuum in there in case you need to clean while you're here, but mostly it's for housekeeping purposes. And then you've also got perfect space to roll your bags, even though there is bag storage underneath the beds as well. But if you want to get them out of your way, that's perfect. You've also got a mirror right across from the entrance so that you can check yourself before you head out to the parks or whatever it is that you're going to do. Okay, let's head farther into the room. Coming farther into the villa, we've got this really nice kitchen. We've got the solid surface countertops, which again is what's going to match what's in the bathrooms. We've got stainless steel appliances. These are all new. We've got our dishwasher. I love the fact that they're rolling out these new combo units, which are both Keurig and drip coffee. So, whichever your preference is, you now win either way. You've got all of these one bedrooms here at DVC or Disney Vacation Club are going to give you, glasses and plates, cutlery, some pots and pans, some minimal things to be able to cook with. You do have a full oven here. You've got a microwave, you've got a toaster. So if you've stayed in a DVC villa before, you're going to recognize all of these amenities, but it's a really nice space. One of the changes that they made when they renovated these rooms is that they extended the countertop here at the bar. So we now have 2 chairs. So you can have some people, having breakfast here. It's basically a breakfast bar and hanging out while you are cooking or chatting. I love this option, especially if you've got smaller kids in your party, to be able to like make kind of some light meals and things like that in the room. I always love to be able to have breakfast in the room if that's an option, so you're not having to like use your part time on a breakfast reservation, right? So really love this option, really nice use of space. Love what they did with the renovation. Now across the way, we've got a dining area. So we've got 2 chairs and a bench seat. We've got some new boardwalk inspired artwork on the wall. Really nice space. This living space is really nice and spacious. We've got our brand new drop down Murphy bed here, because those pull-out couch situations were like not amazing for your back. So these new Murphy beds are really nice because the mattress doesn't have to fold, so it's more of a standard thickness mattress. We've got our coffee table here, which has extra room for storage. But in my opinion, you don't really need it in this room, because when they added the breakfast bar on the back of the sink, they lost space to add a drop-down twin sleeper in this living room. So what they did instead was they added drawers, which if you're a Best Beth subscriber, you know how much I love storage. So the fact that they made that decision, I think, was a really smart move. You've got 3 drawers and also 3 open cubbies as well in here. Lots of charging ports. We've got a charging port station underneath the TV. We've also got, for whoever's sleeping out here, there's also a switch for the light, and there's a bunch of outlets here as well. So it's really well thought out, really well planned design, and this room feels completely different from what it was before. Okay, let's show you the laundry and the bathroom area next.
Here we have our typical DVC Villa laundry, stackable washer dryer with a small thing of laundry detergent. Then you can access the split bathroom. This section has 1 sink, your toilet, and a nice walk-in shower. Really like the change they made there with the refurb. Very nicely done. This is accessible both from the living room and also from the primary bedroom. That's a look at the door configuration. And then there is a second section of bathroom that's attached to the primary bedroom with a separate sink and a soaker tub, which we'll see in a moment. I like that even if you're in the living room, you have access to the bathroom in the middle of the night, which is great. Here's that second component of the bathroom. Nice second sink, big soaker tub. I like the fun art over the tub. There's a look at that vanity, nice big mirror. You also have a shaving or a makeup mirror, a couple of drawers for storage. There's a nice walk-in closet massive walk-in closet actually, off of the bathroom here in the primary bedroom. Lots of hanging space. You've got your laundry basket, extra pillows and towels, ironing board. Here's again that soaker tub. Love those. Great for the end of a long day at the parks. Here is your primary bedroom. Nice king-size bed. Beautiful sconces on each side. You've also got a nightstand on both sides with plugs, so plenty of room to spread out. That bed is lifted so you can put luggage under there. Not that you need the space because you got so much room in the closet. You've also got 6 drawers under the television. Nice little spot for putting on your shoes with a full-length mirror. I also like that there's a chair in the corner. Here's another look at that bed. Nice soothing color palette here with that kind of goldy yellow, very relaxing. There's that chair again, nice little spot for reading. I like that you got a little spot for putting your coffee in the morning, or maybe something a little harder over the evening. There's that art again. Gotta love Goofy, Daisy, and Donald getting some attention in these rooms. And of course you have access out into your balcony here as well. There's your balcony, standard DVC balcony. You do have 2 balconies in the 1-bedroom portion of the villa.
So let's talk about Boardwalk Villas. Now this resort, as you've seen, is themed around turn of the century Atlantic City. The rooms, again, as you've seen, are recently renovated and they're looking really nice. I'm very happy with the job they did on this hard good refurb. It definitely needed it. So they're all spiffy and new, which is fabulous. But if we're being honest, that's not really why people stay at Boardwalk Villas. This is a fan favorite resort for a reason, and that reason is location. So this resort, being over here on Crescent Lake, has a really fabulous location, again with a beach club right across the lake from us, in that you can basically walk to 2 parks. You can walk over to Epcot, which is right there. You can walk over to Hollywood Studios. So the walk to Epcot is about 5 to 10 minutes, or you can take a friendship boat over, and the walk over to Hollywood Studios, depending on where you're located in this resort, is gonna be about 15 minutes. You can also take a friendship boat over to Hollywood Studios if you prefer that over walking, even though there are beautiful walking paths to both resorts. So I love that option at the end of like a long night at either of those parks. The fact that you don't have to wait on a bus or any kind of other transportation is really nice. You also have Skyliner access here at Boardwalk. So you are over near the International Gateway side of Epcot. That's when you go into Epcot from here, you're gonna go in the back entrance that's over by France. It's called the International Gateway, and that is where the Skyliner station is located. So if you were staying here and you want to go dine at, say, Riviera or one of the other Skyliner resorts, you can easily do that. So that is definitely a pro to this resort. Besides location, amenities is one of the main reasons that people like to stay here at Disney's Boardwalk Villas. And dining is definitely probably the largest category in terms of amenities here. And there is a lot of dining to cover. So let us see if I can get them all in for you. And we're gonna start with quick service. So for quick service, we've got our Boardwalk Deli, which used to be the Boardwalk Bakery, but they've expanded their menu and changed what their offerings are a little bit. So now it's the Boardwalk Deli. We've got the funnel cake cart over on the Boardwalk, the pizza window also on the Boardwalk, Carousel Coffee, which is located off of the lobby. They close roughly around 3:30 every afternoon, so a great spot for breakfast or a light lunch. We've got Boardwalk Ice Cream, the new blue ribbon corn dog stand, and then of course the new cake bake shop. Now for table service options, you've got Trattoria El Forno, which is really nice. Actually, if you've never been there before, you should check it out. We've got Flying Fish, which is probably one of my favorite signature dining locations here on property. If you've never tried Flying Fish, I also recommend that one. It's a great like date night spot, depending on the kind of trip that you are having. And then of course we have the brand new cake bake shop, a restaurant and a bakery. So again, there's 2 sides. They've got the bakery side where you can just do grab and go. So that's kind of a quick service location. Then they have a full restaurant, which most people, but looking at the prices, are going to call more of a signature dining experience, even though the food menu reads more like a kind of a traditional 1 table service credit. If you're an old school dining plan person, you'll know what I mean by that. But the prices are definitely more signature, even though they have come down a little bit. So for bars and lounges here on the Boardwalk, we've got the Marvelous Margarita stand over on the Boardwalk. You've got Leaping Horse Libations, which is the pool bar at the main feature pool. We will talk about pools in a minute. You've also got Abracadabra Bar, which is attached to Trattoria El Forno. If you've never been there, it's really kind of a fun aesthetic. And then we've also got the Bellevue Lounge, which is right off the lobby as well here in the Boardwalk building. That's kind of like a hidden spot. It's great for kind of a casual cocktail before you head out for the evening. Speaking of pools, there are 3 pools here at Boardwalk. We've got the main feature pool, which is the Luna Park pool, again, where Leaping Horse Libations is located. So that's going to be where all your games and things are in the afternoon, if that's something you're interested in. If you haven't stayed here in a while, they did get rid of that scary clown, so don't worry about that. You've also got 2 quieter pools. So one is called the DVC pool, because again, it's on the DVC side, and the community hall for DVC members is located over there as well. I'll talk about that again in a minute. And then over on the cash side, there is also an additional quiet pool as well. So we have 3 pools here. We also have the Muscles and Bustles fitness center here at Boardwalk. They do actually have a small steam room and a small sauna, excuse me. They are co-ed, they're not in the locker rooms, so just something to be aware of. And then there's also a jogging path around Crescent Lake as well, in case you don't get enough steps in while you're here. So for family activities, we have a bunch of free options here. We have some paid options as well. So of course, like all of the Disney resorts, right, you're gonna have movies under the stars, at the Village Green. You're also going to have a fire pit nightly as well when the weather is good. There's a kids splash area as well by the main feature pool, which is really nice. And then you've also got, again, the community hall. So if you're a DVC member, you can definitely pop over into the community hall. They have lots of like games and activities that some of them are free, some of them charge, but it's just kind of a nice area to take advantage of if you are a DVC member here, especially if you're here with smaller children. And then you've also got some paid options. So we've got the Surrey bike rentals, which are really fun. You've also got an arcade, and fishing is also available here on the lake. So I want to know, have you stayed at Disney's Boardwalk Villas before? If you have, what did you think? If you haven't, is it on your bucket list? Did you have any questions about Boardwalk Villas that I can answer for you? If so, feel free to type them in the comment section below, and I'd be happy to do that for you. Here at Beth's Best, we specialize in DVC or Disney Vacation Club and deluxe Disney resort tours. We want to help you have the best vacation possible. That's why I do this for you. So let me know if you have any questions. If you thought this video was helpful, definitely hit the like button. That way it will pop up higher in the search feed for people looking for similar content. If you are into DVC or deluxe rooms here at Disney World, then definitely hit that subscribe button to follow along on my next adventure, and I will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.